This week marks the start of a new month.
I was waving goodbye to May.
Bye,
Maine.
And
It's gonna be May.
Hopefully it's the start of nicer summer weather.
Meteorologist Christian Burgess joins us now to take a look back at our chilly May and look ahead to June. Here's what I'm happy about. No mow May. People can finally mow their lawns,
That's
right?
right.
She's like this tall.
Is it like an
some grass.
eyesore to you?
Oh yeah, it's like like a jungle.
Yeah, it really is.
Jeez.
With all the rain that we saw, it was
know.
the wettest May in about 20 years.
That's
so,
crazy.
yeah. And not only that, it was chilly. It had some variable weather. There was definitely some nice times, but it was a cooler and wetter than normal month. So,
How much nice times?
yeah,
There
not
were
a lot.
some,
There were
but
some.
always during the week.
They were always during the week. So hopefully that script is flipping for June.
Yeah.
The outlook does look a lot better for the month. But let's take a look at what we saw during the month of May. It was definitely a memorable one in the Portland area. We saw nearly 7 inches of rain. Our average, only about 3 3/4 of an inch. So we were almost 3 inches above average. So it was basically double the normal rainfall for the month of May. Our warmest temperature, only 78 in Portland. Many away from the coast did get into the 80s at least a couple times during the month, but in Portland, we have yet to hit 80 degrees so far this season.
That's so crazy.
Very unusual that we have made it this far without hitting 80. So that was our warmest temperature on the 27th and 28th of the month. Our coolest temperature was 36 on the 1st. We ended up the month 0.6 degrees below average. So yeah, it wasn't just your imagination. The month was pretty cool. And in fact, across the state, most of us saw a below average May. Yeah, it was the first May in 20 years. The last time we went through the entire month of May without hitting 80 was 2005. So very unusual to not be hitting 80 degrees during the month of May in the Portland area. And that maximum temperature, 78, was cooler than April's hottest temperature of 79. That is really unusual
Wow.
to see April having a warmer temperature than May. So yeah, really something, maybe not the most positive factor, but definitely an interesting statistic when it comes to our May temperatures. And yeah, notice a lot of blue squares here on our May calendar. And look at the 22nd, that high of 49 with that nor'easter we saw that last very cool week of May where we were in the low 50s every day or upper 40s for basically 5 straight days. That 49, that was a record cool high temperature. So yeah, definitely memorable, not in terms of warmth, heat, dryness, memorable in terms of how cool and wet the month ended up. So yeah, chilly May. And of course, we saw rain every single Saturday of the entire month. The 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, the 21st, the 24th, the 31st, all had some sort of rain. You can see quite a few days during the month did have some rain. So yeah, it was a wet May. It was a cool May. Everybody wants to know, what is June going to be looking like? So here's what we expect for June. Our average high yesterday, 69 degrees, right around there for today as well. By the end of the month, though, average highs get into the upper 70s. So, in Maine, it can be a bit of a slow process to get to true summer weather. And a lot of people here like to say, you got to wait till either late June or 4th of July for real summer to arrive. And our June averages reflect that. Usually by the end of the month is when that true amazing summer weather does arrive. Average precipitation right around 4 inches. And of course, the summer solstice coming up on June 20th. We've got about 10 more minutes of daylight to gain. Hate to say it, but we do start losing daylight at the end of the month, of course, as we begin the long slide back towards winter. For those hoping for less rain, though, think you'll like this. No indications that we're going to end up above average for rainfall during the month of June.
Yay.
So a pretty normal month. And after being double the normal amount of rainfall in May, I think we'll take normal for the month of June. Maybe hopefully we can end up even a little below normal, a little less rain than normal here. It could lean either way, a little below, a little above, but there's no big indications that it's going to be a super wet month. No indications that it's going to be, an incredibly dry month either. But for those hoping for warm temperatures, yeah, highly favored to be an above average month for temperatures. And of course, May was below average. So really nice to see this for the month of June, you guys. So yeah, nice. Hopefully warm month is in store for us here this week, certainly looking really nice and warm. So let's just hope we can keep that train going through the rest of the month.
It's funny, I was looking at the calendars. I counted 17 days below normal temperatures.
Yep.
All the grain for the amount of rain. That meant for the most part was cold rain.
Yes.
That's how
It
how
was.
awful May was.
It was, yeah, and we had that nor'easter at the end of the month, one of only just a couple in the past few decades in late May. So yeah, definitely an unusual month, memorable, maybe not for positive things,
Right.
but definitely a memorable May for weather.
I would say June is already off to a great start.
I would say so too, especially with this week's forecast. And if you've got any weather or June-related questions you'd like to ask our Weather Authority team, you can always email us at weather@wgme.com.